Back bam, truth back on. Another Sunday bam. We go get into a few things. First, we go talk about the supposedly lithium battery. You know, the one that they're using now. Every item basically using it, every gadget, everything basically gonna use electric. And it's a reason for that, which I already told you. Because they have control when you have these supposedly device. And even your car have to depend on supposedly charging and working off lithium battery. And I'm going to show you the danger of that. And the mass is going to understand that later on when it actually take over and there is no other way. That's when you're going to really understand how dangerous this lithium battery is. We go get into it and talk about it. And, you know, we go mention about the supposedly border crisis as well. We go have a little segment on that as well. So we go talk about the supposedly battery, and we go get into it and break it down, show you where they're going with the new world order for the destruction. Just make it run.
The future is electric. Everything from cars to consumer electronics to renewable energy storage is dependent.
And there you go, people. Like I tell you before, these are what they're using. And if you ride around America, you're gonna notice, you're gonna see some places with nothing but these wind turbines, and then you're gonna pass some places with all these right here solar panels. Where did the electric that it produce go? It's what run in your home. But they tell you that they actually have to use crude oil, or, you know, all these oil that they're supposed to be digging from the ground to give you electric. Remember, they're trying to get away from oil supposedly to go electric, and they still tell you they have to use the oil to give you electric. But this is where they get it. The same natural sources, and charge you a whole lot of money for it. That's just what it is, people. Pay attention here.
On our ability to build more and better batteries. Today, lithium-ion batteries dominate those markets. But demand for the critical minerals needed to make lithium-ion batteries is predicted to outstrip supply.
So they tell you that the mineral that it takes to make it is limited. Another time they tell you that China control, you know, all that things that supposedly make the lithium battery, make China the one that you have to get the battery from later on, people. And to set up the destruction, they tell you that China is doing all these bad things to the world and to America. So now you gotta depend on China also for that lithium battery that you're gonna use to run everything. Pay attention.
Combined with cost considerations and concerns over energy security, are leading companies and countries to consider alternative battery chemistries.
Energy
With
security.
challenges around, say, lithium, nickel, cobalt supply, some OEMs have turned to sodium-ion.
Sodium-ion batteries have a similar design to lithium-ion batteries.
And don't worry about it, people. They're all the same. And it's not new technology they're bringing up. It's something that they have in the script. Something that they're gonna timely give to you. You understand? Everything and the generation that follows is gonna get these new things that gonna lead to the destruction of mankind. And this is it right here. Don't be thinking that these batteries is different. All of them gonna do the same thing, the exact destruction that they made it for. Listen.
Which means the two can be manufactured using similar methods. Both generate electricity through a chemical reaction and are made up of an anode, cathode, separator, and an electrolyte. But in a sodium-ion battery, lithium ions are replaced with sodium ions in the battery's cathode, and lithium salts swap for sodium salts in the electrolyte. Like lithium, sodium, which is part of salt, needs to be chemically processed before it can become the feedstock that goes into the cathode and electrolyte. Sodium is right by lithium on the periodic table.
Those are some wicked chemicals they're putting together, people. Yes, it can give you electric in a battery, but it also gonna destroy you. You understand me? Like I tell you before, they might give you something for a specific purpose. They don't care about the destruction that follows behind it. You understand? That's just what they do.
That the two are chemically very similar, but sodium is much more abundant. It's also cheaper. Although still in its infancy, the market for sodium-ion batteries is expected to be worth over $11 billion by 2033.
Oh, would they know that, people? What I tell you, you can't use nothing that they don't have on the table. You understand? You only can use it when they put it on you. So there you go. You understand what's going on right here? You have to understand, people, we don't control none of these things. And when they tell you that, hey, we have to do this because of this, and they just bring something to the table, what you're gonna do? You just accept it. They tell you about gas, high prices and all these gas, and now they can come with everything electric, and you're gonna buy it in. That's what it is, people. The new generation gonna buy this like it ain't nothing. Watch this.
While sodium-ion batteries can't compete with lithium-ion batteries in terms of range in electric vehicles, they do present some unique advantages.
Doesn't use the expensive raw materials. There's no cobalt, there's no copper, there's no lithium, there's no graphite, which is really primarily controlled by...
You see what they're showing you right here, people? That they get all the material to build the battery from these rocks. You know, these minerals from the earth. It's all fake shit. 100%. Like I say, they're using these chemicals. Yes, and the reaction is the electric. That don't mean that it's good. Okay, watch this.
Today?
What we're actually going to see is a production Natron battery cell that's been fully charged. And actually, we're going to drill straight through it with a hole saw. And what we're going to find is it's just going to sit there. You know, there's no safety hazard. There's no fire.
Chinese battery giant CATL recently announced that it would supply automaker Chery with sodium-ion batteries for its EVs. Other battery companies like S-Volt and French-based startup Timat are pursuing similar technology. CNBC spoke to two companies, California-based Natron Energy and UK-based Faradion, about their plans to commercialize sodium-ion batteries and the technology's place in the evolving battery market.
As you can see, almost all of them is in on it. You know, every country, there's not going to be one country that's not going to be involved in turning the whole wide world electric. You're going to see them play their part. In any country you're at, you're going to notice that the electric cars is slowly creeping in. And I already told you, every single car company supposedly is making their versions of the electric cars, the EV they call them. You got to understand, people, this is what it's gonna be. All electric running your life when they're telling you that these grids might not hold up with what you have already. Remember this, people. This is not just talking. They tell you in any city you're at, it don't matter if it's a cold city, hot city, it don't matter. They're going to tell you, listen, these grids can't hold up if everybody turn on the heat when it's cold or the AC when it's hot. So if everybody turn on the AC or unit that you have in everybody's house, if they turn it on, you're going to overload the grid and cause it to cut out. So you won't have no electric and you keep making more and more things using electric. Does that make sense, people? Now you have to attach a car to the grid, the already weak grid that can't handle your AC. Now it can hold a car. What about all those supposedly power tools that you used to have where you use a little gas in? Now that gonna pollute the supposedly air. So now they give you one that you have to charge via electric. What that tell you, people? So why they leading everything to electric? I could tell you, go back and TV was a mechanic box before it becomes electric. That's just things I'm trying to tell you so you understand where they're coming from. Just like you used to have glass bottle, everything with glass bottle, now you have plastic bottle, but they say, oh my goodness, the plastic is polluting the place, but the glass was there first and you change it out. So you understand what I'm saying, people? Everything they give you. You remember, they're always crying for change and working for change. But the change never for the better is to carry you deeper and deeper in destruction. And of course, when you depend on them, that's destruction right there. Pay attention.
Sodium-ion batteries have been around since about the 1970s and 80s, but large-scale development of the technology was abandoned in favor of lithium-ion batteries.
Why? Remember, people, they're going to give you a reason. There's a reason why they always switch out anything they have before. That battery can't hold enough charge? What happened? Okay, listen.
But now the technology is getting a second look. Excitement around sodium-ion batteries was reignited after the world's largest EV battery maker, CATL, revealed it was investing in the technology in 2021, with plans to establish a basic industrial supply chain by 2023. Similar to lithium-ion batteries, sodium-ion battery cathodes can be made of different materials, which companies are experimenting with to give their batteries specific properties. But overall, the materials used to make sodium-ion batteries tend to be cheaper than the materials used in lithium-ion batteries.
This cell, about 80% of the cost of the cell is the materials. And if you compare it with the bill of materials for lithium, in volume, you're looking at between 24 to 32% less expensive for the bill of materials for sodium-ion compared to lithium-ion.
Besides doing away with lithium, sodium-ion batteries do not require the...
Again, everything they show you, people, that they tell you basically is you know, precious. You're gonna see some naked Africans right there digging it out of dirt. I told you life is fake. The whole life they give you is fake shit. So this is where they get the minerals from to put in those batteries in the dirt that you see these people right here handling. You see that? Wow, what a dumb shit for the masses. Nothing real in this earth. All fake shit they give you.
Batteries do not require the use of other critical materials, like cobalt, which has been associated with human rights abuses.
You hear that? All that shit is gonna tie to human right bullshit. You understand? That's just how it is. Everything, people. The rare earth, they call it, the gold, the diamonds, everything. You're gonna see even the supposedly crystals and them things, these precious rocks that they're tricking the masses with nowadays and tell them it's for wellness and everything. Yes, you're gonna see those supposedly African kids digging it up. So of course it's gonna tie to some human bullshit. You don't understand. This is how they run the world. Same stage every day.
Plus, sodium can be found anywhere.
It's hugely abundant. You know, it's not just widely available in terms of the current sources of sodium in sea salt, but it's contained in the crust of the earth around the world as well.
Bullshit.
Lithium, the majority of that is within, you know, basically 3 countries: Australia, China, and Chile.
Of course, it got to be in China, Australia, and Chile. Wow, what a dumb shit for the masses. So part of that earth right there is only in those places. You believe that, people, that material is in the dirt, but it's only in those places.
And developing to be, you know, a handful of more countries, but still hugely concentrated. 70 or so percent of the current cobalt production is in the Democratic Republic of Congo. And again, the vast majority of that is being refined in China. So these are obviously key bottlenecks in terms of the supply chain.
Another draw of sodium-ion batteries is that they have a longer cycle life, meaning that the battery can be charged and discharged more times than lithium-ion batteries and can operate in a wider range of temperatures.
With sodium-ion batteries, we have a very wide temperature operating range, so down to -30 and all the way up to +60. Also, we've demonstrated capability to go up to +80 degrees C as well. And that, again, is because of the intrinsic elements of the electrolyte and the materials that we're able to use.
Battery fires have also been an issue that's dogged lithium-ion technology. But experts say sodium-ion batteries will be much safer.
That's what they're telling you now, people. But what you have to understand, in order for them to make these batteries so strong and hold charge, or keep charging and recharging, is because they're using some wicked chemical in there. And of course, it gonna be dangerous, can explode and everything. And like I say, they won't make you know the problem for real until there is no way out. When you're kind of too deep in it, like I mentioned, when you start using it and you have no other way, that's when they're gonna let you know that it's bad, because you have no other way out. That's just what it is. Move.
With lithium-ion seeing impressive improvements over the years. But despite the progress, demand for higher performance has not yet been met.
The demand is, unlimited for a better battery today. Their performance was really starting to stagnate. The chemistry was reaching its theoretical limits.
But there have been breakthroughs that could be the next step in battery technology. Lithium-ion batteries contain a cathode and an anode, and using silicon instead of graphite, the common...
You hear that, people? Now they mention silicon. The same damn shit again. Like they tell you about Silicon Valley. Wow, they tell you about Hollywood with all the silicon in them. Same silicon, people. There's silicon in the dumb masses right here, and now it's in the battery. Watch this right
Use
here.
material in anodes today could lead to batteries with 20 to 40% higher energy density.
Why silicon? Because it has 10 times the capacity for lithium compared to graphite.
EVs will go 50% farther and charge in 5 or 10 minutes.
will enable the electrification.
You hear that, people? They're trying to tell you that an electric vehicle will charge in less than 10 minutes instead of damn near 10 hours. You understand? That's just bullshit, people. You believe them? They're going to make a car charge that fast? I don't think so. Wow. Understand.
Silicon batteries will enable the electrification of heavy transportation.
Instead of 300 miles driving range or 400 miles driving range, for the same size of battery pack, you can potentially go to 600 miles or 700 miles driving range.
There's a lot of interest in the technology, from the U.S. Army to Porsche, Mercedes, and General Motors.
From a demand perspective, we are working with more than 90% of worldwide battery manufacturers by volume.
In the final quarter of 2022, startups raised nearly $500 million. The global market size for silicon anodes is expected to grow from $1.2 billion in 2021 to over $208 billion by the end of 2031.
So I think it's now ready for the industry to really take it to the next level in terms of scale up the production.
We see, people, we're ready to take it to the next level. Like I said, the next level is destruction. And I already told you, listen, if everything gone electric, they can shut off the world. Just remember, I tell you, I mentioned it before that you know, have a gas car. I'm not saying that none of these things supposedly be better that they give us, because like I say, when they give you something, it's closer to the destruction. They come with another one, it's closer to the destruction. So when they give you the gas car, yes, it's doing damage to the people, it's doing all kind of things. But when they move from the gas car to the next level, which is electric, that's gonna be more destruction for the masses. I'm not just saying it, people. So listen, this is common sense here. Say, for instance, something happened where the grid don't work. I'm just throwing it out there, since they have 100 ways that they could come out and tell you something going on with the grid, and you're going to understand it. You know, depends on what they tell you before. So remember, they talk about the grid could be overload, and then poof, you have no current. Okay, so what if the supposed grid overload and then you have no lights, you have no electric? Or you're going to charge all those supposed things that using electric now? Your car. Or you're going to charge the car? So they can just sit there and take off the lights for another, 3 weeks to a month. And then no car drive. They have the electric bikes. They don't pedal no more. They press gas. So you need to charge that. They have all these things that stop you from walking, like hoverboard and all of these things that you just slide around on. You just glide. Scooters and all of them things, you just glide around with electric. What do you think they can do about that, people, if they don't want you to make no move at all? Remember, you stop walking, you start slide around, you start hovering around, you start scootering around, electric bike across. So I'm saying, when they turn those shit off, you're not used to walking anymore. I already told you the human being was supposed to be walking. Not lying, people. The human being was supposed to be walking. You're not supposed to sit in a hunk of metal and let it take you somewhere. You were supposed to walk. As big as the earth is, anywhere you're going, you were supposed to walk. Otherwise, you're going in the water or the sea, for say, you need a boat. But there's no way the human being make to drive around. You understand that? So we disable our body to use these things. I already told you, your brain work everything on you. And if you stop using part of it, it'll be disabled. Your brain won't work. That part of your brain won't work if you let it sit and don't use it. You want to stop walking? So you slide around every time? That's not good. When it comes to you going to a far place and you have to walk, say for instance, you have to walk 10 miles. Most people can't do that because they're not used to walking the little short walks that they take from the, maybe walk to the mailbox or something from their house to the mailbox. They don't do no walking. So like I say, people, all of these supposed to be technology that's sucking energy. The one that they say that, you know, so delicate. Anything can happen. That's why you face the dark winter. You remember that? The dark winter just passed. A lot of people get a touch of it all over the world. With it cold, at the coldest point, they have no electric. So you have to understand this. When they turn off the electric, everything stops. Every single thing stops, people. Nothing work. We put that in their hands now. You could have saved some gas, couple drums of gas. Might be dangerous like they always tell you because they don't want you to do that. But say for instance you have some drum of gas save up and they say no gas. You could say, hey, I got some I could use right around until they solve the problem or whatever. Because you can't store electric. I already don't tell you that. You can't store electric. You have one of those supposedly, you know, solar panel. Okay, you store the current and now you start using it. As soon as you start using it, what happened? The battery gonna die. Then it need recharge again the next day. That's what I'm trying to tell you, people. They give you nothing that can hold you out. The battery gonna die in the solar system. You have to have batteries. A lot of people don't know that it run by battery. They think is that dark thing they give them to capture the light and it just keep your house running. No. They have to have these lithium battery to store the damn current. So when the sun gone in and no more lights outside, yes, you can use it. He store it for you now, you can use it. How long it gonna last? I already told you, people, that's why you can't have a complete solar system house. The reason is they control that shit. We don't make those solar panels. You understand what I'm saying here? We at the mercy of the people who give you these things because you have to use their battery. You have to use their solar system, supposedly. And if they don't give you where you're going to get it from, you can put that apparatus together to capture electric and run your home? No. So when the battery run out, you're going to have a problem. Those batteries that run that solar system is not cheap. They talk about Generac and they give you this generator and it still work off solar system, the generator. But it can't run your home forever. Because you put a generator at my house, I'm saying, okay, the generator is there now and it running my whole home. Why I can't just use it instead of paying these people for electric? After I don't pay $10,000 for this Generac, now I have to still pay light bill. You understand what I'm saying? But you can't cut off the supposed government from serving you light because that shit that you have on your house ain't gonna last. You probably can use it for about 3 months or so and then battery is gonna be gone. That's just how it is. The capacity of the battery, charging and charging and charging, it run out. So that's how it is, people. There's no getting out if you go electric. We already have everything in our home run by electric. Now your car, come on, people. We heading for destruction. Bam.
Think about this being your cell phone or laptop.
Cell needs to get hot. And so here we go. It's failed. And you see some sparks coming out of there. That didn't take long.
The explosion was so loud, so forceful, and so quick. It took us by surprise.
You don't have to try to scare the masses, but it take you by surprise. We already know. But I'm showing you right here, people. They're telling you about the lithium battery right there. Explode when it overheat. You don't have nothing to do with overheat, people. It can explode. It can just stay there. You have your phone, you know, in your purse or in your pocket, and it just caught fire. Remember, Samsung did have to pull off some phones off the market because it was doing just that. You know why? They promised to give you a battery that's gonna last all day. So the stronger the battery supposedly is, more dangerous it is to you. You understand that? So they basically overpack the battery with lithium to make it stronger. Remember, this battery is small. These are some small batteries that's supposed to pack this punch, pack this power in it. It's a destruction. That means it can blaze fire at any time. Not only your cell phone, but your car. You get what I'm saying? Listen.
That's the hazard that we want to communicate.
The Fire Research Lab at the University of Texas at Austin showed us what happens when a cell phone battery overheats. Then, as they introduce a spark, it's the kind of explosion, while unlikely, that could happen at 30,000 feet.
And of course, they have to
cause
take you
an accident that the aircraft crew and the airplane cannot manage.
It's literally life and death.
It is.
Uniquely hazardous lithium-ion batteries provide their own fuel. Look how one continues to burn underwater.
Okay, you see that? I did do a video on a flood that went on, I think it was in Florida. And the Teslas, they keep burning after they get wet. So when the lithium battery get wet, it causes fire. As you could see them doing the supposed demonstration right there, it burns underwater. So that substance that's in the battery, people, it burned when it wet. And that's what I was trying to tell you in that video with the Tesla. They actually put the Tesla battery under the bottom of the car. So yes, people, they know there's something dangerous about that battery. They put it under the bottom of the car. One of the worst places to have it if it's allergic to water, or water gonna set off it some kind of reaction, let it catch fire. And that's what it's doing. So you're listening to me, right? The battery is so dangerous, they put it under the bottom of the car. That's a vulnerable place to put it if it's set fire by water. So you drive through some water, it get in your battery, and there you go, your Tesla on fire. That's exactly what it is, people. Remember, those cars that they say flooded in that video that I did is when the truck, the supposedly tow truck, come to get it, it catch fire. They call it the fire people. They come put it out, and then as soon as they leave, pew, fire start again because it triggered it off. The water trigger off the fire again. You understand, people? What kind of substance is that? They're giving the masses for battery. It gonna surround your life. Everything gonna use electric. It gonna use the same lithium battery. You understand that?
You can't put it out. It's a fire within the cell.
There you go.
So you've got fuel, oxygen, heat in the cell.
All self-contained.
All self-contained.
It's called the thermal runaway, captured in countless social media videos. A serious threat on any airplane.
Today I had the scariest moment of my life, and
Cindy Piles took to TikTok.
Me, my son,
this Pile character they call him. Yeah, you take it to TikTok. Get the fuck out of here. Don't trust nothing on TikTok. I already don't tell you. Dumb down network for the dumb people.
Posting video of fire trucks meeting her plane on the runway after a lithium fire broke out in the seat behind her. She was flying home from Miami, traveling for her job as a wedding photographer.
I took my baby and I ran to the first class. I don't know how I got there. I think I hurt my arm. Yeah, I thought we were gonna die because I didn't know it was a lithium battery.
Piles says that scare will make her more cautious with her own camera batteries when she flies.
You just have to be extra careful.
But not enough people are. Lithium-ion batteries are overheating, smoking, and catching fire in the skies in increasing numbers. FAA data shows in the last 5 years, these incidents have jumped more than 40% on passenger planes.
And don't worry about it. I do believe it's the same battery running the plane. You better understand that it's the same lithium battery running those planes. They don't use by no damn gas. Pay attention.
Since 2021, there's been an average of one lithium-ion battery mishap on an airplane somewhere in the U.S. at least once a week.
We're going to land on 18 right emergency.
Those most concerned, flight attendants and pilots. We talked to both.
Okay, across 18 left.
I know someone is not smoking on this aircraft. That was my very first reaction.
Right. In March, flight attendant Christopher Lee rushed to put out a fire from a lithium battery-powered vape on Spirit Airlines.
And it's Spirit Airlines. Don't fly on that shit.
It was in a bag in the overhead bin.
The smoke started filling the cabin. The fire, I saw the sparks, I saw the flames.
Fellow flight attendants and passengers helped Lee put it out with a fire extinguisher.
We're now seeing a lithium battery in full runaway.
Some airlines have these specialized bags designed to quickly contain a lithium battery fire. Lee, a member of the Association of Flight Attendants, says his flight did not have those bags at the time. Should we have these bags available as a tool?
They're very helpful.
Bag.
They would be very helpful to have.
If I'm on another airplane and when something like that's going on, the passenger says, there's something going on with my phone or this, I know I'm going to think, I hope this airline has that bag to combat this.
Dennis Tager represents the Pilots Union for American Airlines. He was surprised to learn from us that although some U.S. airlines, including his, carry fire containment bags...
So you understand what's going on right here, people? Just put this in perspective a little bit. The phone battery caught on fire. Anytime. You don't have to be hot, because how hot was inside of an airplane make the phone battery caught fire. Now, they're not talking about replacing these batteries or cut them out. They're not talking about getting rid of these batteries. They're talking about getting these bags. Do you understand that? That's how I show you the destruction of the earth. They're not playing here. So you're not thinking about getting rid of the problem. You're thinking about a solution for the problem. You get what I'm saying, people? This is dumb. So now you need to have one of these bags in your home, just in case your phone or your tablet caught fire, one of them things. Come on, people, this don't make sense. No, you need to get rid of those batteries because it's caught fire, meaning that it's dangerous to anybody in any situation. You don't even have to be on a plane. What if you're driving and you're using the phone and it caught fire? You have your phone right there in the console and it caught fire. Yeah? These are things that you need to think about. You need to have a bag. Wow, what a dumb shit for the masses.
All do. So far, the FAA doesn't require them.
Make it the rule.
Should the FAA require them?
Well, that's exactly what we're working on right now.
The FAA answers to U.S. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg. While the agency doesn't object to airlines using the bags, their latest guidance to airlines says no safety standards exist for these products, and the FAA doesn't have a mechanism in place for their approval.
If we're going to go in as the government and say they have to be used, then we also have to specify this type, not that type. That's got to be informed by data. It's got to be informed by research. It's got to go through that process.
They all have different applications depending on if it's going to go on your cell phone or your laptop.
Meantime, we found other research underway to find possible solutions.
My approach is to invent a battery chemistry that cannot burn.
Exactly. Why not? Why not come up with a battery that don't catch fire? It's simple as that. But no, you have to just create a bag because you can't stop creating that battery. What a dumb shit for the people. What did I tell you? They don't have no solution. They have to go on with everything according to plan. Like I tell you, it's on a script. These dangerous things is there in front of your face. These risky things that they give you, but still, they have to keep piling on. They can't take it off the table. They can introduce something that can, calm it down a little bit and make you feel like it's, you can live with the substance. You can live with the damn battery catching fire if you have these bags. Wow, unbelievable dumb shit. Move.
To the crisis at the U.S. border, now overwhelming communities thousands of miles away. More buses carrying asylum seekers arrived at the Port Authority.
Hold on here, people. I don't understand this part of it here, people. No lie. I'm 100% lost on this Title 42 that they got for the masses. They tell you it's going to expire, so everybody rushing the border. I don't get it. I'm lost, man. The only thing I get out of it is 42, number 6 coding. No lie. So you're telling me that you take these supposedly asylum seekers and you're carrying them all over the country? You say some of them running to the border of Mexico, coming to the border, and you take them to another state? You let them go in another state. I don't believe this shit, people. It's bull crap. That's what you need to understand. 100% government shit. They used to stop the Americans right now. And like I say, if you never close the border, there was nobody running in. You see some countries open, they got no border. That means you can fly in there if you want once you have a ticket. You don't see nobody storming the border. You don't see nobody running in. Yeah, you lock it and you tell them, hey, America is the greatest country in the world, but we have a little key and lock on it. You have to pass it before you can come in. You have to qualify. So, of course, people go running. People go come in because they feel like you have something good and you're hiding it over there. I don't understand why you lock in the country for. People supposed to be free to go anywhere they want. I don't care if you take over a part of the earth and say it's yours. That can't happen. So these borders and these lock borders and all these shit is garbage. That's not for humanity. So you lock in your country, that's why people want to get in there. What you got in there that you have to lock out? That's why they want to get in. Pay attention.
Bus terminal here in New York, and more are expected.
Terminal. Look at this, people. You believe it? So these people right here, look at them. They're coming from another country. They walk to Mexico, most of them migrant caravan style. And then they get here. Look how clean they are. I told you, man. They can't fool me. I don't care what nobody say. All of this shit is a stage. Politics shit in America. That's what it's about. 100% in. As you could see this one with the pyramid on the shirt. That's not a coincidence, people. Why you think they're there? Wow, all fake shit. Take a look at the camera. Yes, say cheese. Move.
In New York, and more are expected. At the U.S.-Mexico border, confusion among the thousands of migrants, families who have made the long journey from as far away as Venezuela.
You hear that, people? They make the long journey. You see how clean they are when I show you them? They make the long journey, not by vehicle, but they walk. A bunch of people just walk all the way from Guatemala to Mexico, and from Mexico across into America. They put them on big buses, send them to Washington, send them to New York. But if you're coming to the airport, yeah, you have to have a COVID shot. I guess they say they end at May 11 pass. But you got to understand, people, they was telling you all of this shit was happening when they even have the COVID restriction on for the people who coming in legal, flying in legal and everything. What you do with them? You check if they have a COVID shot. What a dumb shit for the masses, but these people just run in and you carry them all over America and let them go. Garbage on.
ABC's Phil Lipoff in New York tonight.
Tonight, the nation's immigration laws under a microscope with buses carrying hundreds of migrants from the south.
How did they get on the bus? You just come with a bus and pick them up, and at the same time you're showing us you're trying to keep out some people from coming in. What is it right here, people? So you let these special people on and carry them on a bus to another state and let them go?
Border to cities all across the U.S. From Chicago and New York City's Port Authority to Denver, where the mayor there is warning of city service cuts if the federal government doesn't step in.
And we're going to provide support, all the support that we can right now. But if it's only
what kind of support? What you gonna do? Wow, they have homeless people on the street in America. You don't have no support for them. But you can let in all of these people supposedly and support them? It's garbage. 100%. And like I say, it's only in the end times you see these things happen. And it's worldwide shit, people. Every part of the world you go, there's something going on. The people is disrupted. They're running from here. They're running to there. That's the end of times.
And a handful of local nonprofits doing anything about it, that support is going to become insufficient very quickly.
And it's not just major metropolitan areas just outside of New York.
Look at these people, man. How did they get away with this shit? These are the caravan people. The ones that come from all over the world to come to Mexico to get across. Wow. Look at these people. It's fake shit. 100% fake
leaders
shit.
In 2
Look
counties.
At them people. Where did this person come from? Where did he come from? He come from Guatemala? Like I tell you, look at this one in all white pants and white shoes.
Even getting restraining orders to stop New York City Mayor Eric Adams from busing migrants to their communities.
We were told last Friday from the mayor of New York City that we would have 60 people, men, delivered to a hotel 60. In Orange County.
So they deliver them to a hotel. Who paying for the hotel? What hotel? Whose hotel? Wow.
82.
The governor sending a letter to President Biden asking for federal assistance. All of this just days after Title 42, a Trump-era health policy allowing for swift expulsions at the border, expired.
Okay, so they're gonna turn you right back with the Title 42, right? Okay.
Border towns bracing for even more migrant arrivals.
We know that there's more going to be coming.
The Department of Justice predicting 12 to 14,000 migrants crossing the border illegally per day. However, last week's average daily encounters, just over 9,000 per day.
Bam. Remember, people, they cross illegally, meaning that you can't count them. You understand what I mean? They're not on file, people. That's why every time they come and they tell you how much people come in the country illegal, you have to laugh. How do you get the number and it's illegal, meaning they're not counting? They're not on file. How can you tell that it's 9,000 of them per day? How can you tell? Only in fake shit that they make up. That's what the script says.
May 8th through the 10th, surpassing 10,000 a day. Confusion on both sides of the border. In Tijuana, Diana Patino and her son waiting to be processed.
Processed for what? What do you want? There is nothing in America. What do you want? Wow, you don't understand. The world is done. You can run, you can run, you can run. You can't hide. It's the end of time. You can run till your fucking foot fall off. No matter where you go, it's the same destruction. You're in your country, yes, destruction going on. You can't run to another country. It's probably worse. You got to understand, you can't be running. Where you running to? You running to Babylon? Wow, what a dumb shit.
She says there is a lot of uncertainty and stress.
Yes, it's uncertainty and stress everywhere. What you think, America is stress-free? Wow, unbelievable. I tell you, man, they complain about no work and no this, no that. Where are you going to put these people? You have jobs for them? Wow.
The White House confirming a medical investigation is underway after a 17-year-old migrant from Honduras died while in custody at a Florida facility.
There you go. You're going to get drama with
Phil Lipoff joins us now. And Phil, you also have news tonight about the legal battle over whether migrants can be released before they've been given notice to appear in court.
Listen.
Well, Whit, you're right. That's what the Biden administration said it needed to help ease the flow at the border.
Wow,
the Department
to ease the flow. So you're gonna tell somebody, okay, you're gonna be in court to get your days to see if you're gonna get in. But by the way, go on ahead and go in until your court time come. Wow. Wow, a lot of people don't get it, man. Now, I already told you people, it's a system. The way they set it up, they want the American people to be in panic mode. As a matter of fact, that's why they're doing all of this shit. You don't get it, man. Later on, there's nothing gonna be here for you. There's nothing. They're gonna tell you, oh, all these people need work and put more pressure on the country and all this shit. You're just gonna give them a reason to, short-hand you, basically. Oh, you're not getting all your tax money back this year because of such and such. They're always going to use these things as a little tool to manipulate you. It's not real. Like I say, people, they make everything more hype and more pumped up. When they talk about these border crises and all this shit, it's just extra. All extra. Like I say, it's been happening forever where people coming into that border. You're fingerprinting people coming to the airport. Of course they're going to go to the border where they can walk across and don't have to go to that fingerprint system that you have in the damn airport. You understand what I'm saying, people? This is how it is. They set it up like that so they can have a crisis. You understand? All the other chaos.
Tonight, the migrant crisis is stretching far beyond the southern border. From Chicago, where immigrants are sleeping in a police station.
Watch this right here. Immigrants sleeping in a police station. Wow, people. So even when you have homeless people, they will never take them in right there at the police station for say and let them stay there. But this is a hoax, people. Like I don't tell you, man. This is how they do it. They let them stay at a police station in Chicago. Chicago don't even have a border to Mexico, people. Why they're in Chicago?
Denver, where they're packing into this parking garage and overwhelming this intake center.
How did they get here? Oh, I guess one of them, they bust them there. Okay.
There's nowhere else for these refugees to go.
New buses of migrants also arriving in Philadelphia and Washington, D.C., so-called sanctuary cities, where local authorities have said they won't enforce federal immigration laws. Here in New York, Mayor Eric Adams is now sparring with the suburbs as he blames the Biden administration for the city running out of shelter space. The national government has...
And this puppet right here, people, can't wait to talk about this dumb shit. Like I say, they tell you that they bus a lot of people to New York so this guy can open his mouth. You understand? They're all a part of it. I told you already, it's all out of chaos with this supposedly border crisis. They have something big coming in the name of these immigrants that they tell you storming in. You're gonna see it soon.
Is back on New York City. As the city receives up to 1,000 migrants a day, a plan to bus
1,000 migrants a day in buses, people? Where did they put them? Where they put them, people? They have a shelter there, they have housing there to put them in? You gotta be kidding me, people. This is a hoax. Whenever they tell you that they're busing immigrants in these luxury buses and take them to Washington, take them to New York, it's bullshit. It's 100% government shit, and they're using it politics style to fuck with the Americans.
The two surrounding counties has now sparked fierce backlash.
I think it was an ambush.
Did you feel blindsided?
Yes, I felt disrespected.
Teresa Kenny is the supervisor of Orangetown, New York, a quiet suburb.
Orangetown, of course. Freemasonry.
Some 25 miles north of Manhattan. Is this a case of not in my backyard?
No. We have zoning laws because things are appropriate in appropriate locations. That's appropriate for a hotel. It's not appropriate for a homeless center, which will have up to 340 single adult males put in it suddenly.
So local officials have gotten a temporary restraining order, even posting these sheriff's department vehicles outside of this hotel to prevent migrants from being bussed in.
Wow. The migrants gonna bust in? Okay, I told you, people. So they just take over a hotel with them. So they don't want that to happen right here, so they just pull up these police cars. What a dumb shit.
He doesn't know what to do with.
Wow.
And we don't want him
Look,
up here.
people, you see his hat? You have to have on the New York Yankee hat on. Right there with the sign on it. You see that? Because he's a part of the fucking fakery. That's why he got on the gear. Black and white stripe. All Freemasons.
We're not a sanctuary city.
Today, in a neighboring county, the first migrant buses arrived. While in the city, emergency shelters like this one at a 1,300-room hotel just steps from Times Square are overflowing.
How did they get into that hotel, people? Wow, unbelievable.
This woman from Colombia tells us...
the purple shirt, people from Colombia. Let's listen.
First, the conditions were rough, but they've gotten better. How long have you been here?
5.
She's now been here 5.
Wow, how long you been here? 5. So you understand English, you just can't speak it. Wow. I told you the words are staged. 100% in. Nothing else.
New York City budget officials estimate that by next year, caring for migrants, including housing them in hotels like this one, will cost taxpayers more than $4 billion.
You hear that, people? Who it gonna cost? Taxpayers. Like I don't tell you. It's a reason why they're doing this right here. Because the government gonna blame it on these supposedly immigrants. Yes, when they have to hold back your tax money, charge you more tax on certain things, they're gonna blame it on this supposedly immigrant crisis. That's just what they do. And I already told you, you lock somewhere, yes, people go wanna get in. Why they're not interested in the places that open? Why they don't go there? Everybody's running to the same Babylon. I already told you that's how it's supposed to be. There's one supposedly big city that everybody gonna wanna be. Just like in Rome, before it falls. That's what it was, people. Ancient Babylon was Rome. So they have all of these supposedly, people rushing towards there and everything going on there. Every new thing, everything going on. Attraction to the world. That's where the destruction gonna happen. So there you go, people. You can praise it and you can, look at it in certain ways. Like, America got all these good things to offer and people want to come in. But I tell you, even the Americans, they're going to feel the pressure of this supposedly crisis. You think it's going to be just the immigrants supposedly? No, the pressure is for everybody. It's the destruction. That's why they're doing this shit right here. Let's see if we can get into some more things. Bam.
The Montana House of Representatives has voted to censure the state's first openly transgender legislator, Representative Zoe Zephyr. And this all comes after Representative Zephyr spoke out against a bill that would ban gender-affirming care for transgender youth.
You hear that, people? They have a transgender right there in Congress. They say they're going to block him. Yes, because this one right here, basically, mad because they tell you about the transgender basically getting change over from their babies. And they say they block that. The government supposedly block that. And this one right here gonna be in the spotlight right now. A drag, people. Now, why would you be mad if it comes down to the fact that you can't just change out a kid because they say they're not in the right body? Remember, somebody come, you have a baby, 4 years old, and the baby come and say, you know, it's a boy, and say, hey, I was born in the wrong body. And you as a grown person take that baby to the doctor and have them sliced and diced up to turn them into a female, put them in the right body. And then, even though people, sometimes you talk to those people, or if you even listen to them talking, they're going to tell you they believe in the Creator. They're going to tell you, oh, I believe in this, that. Some of them say, hey, praise Jesus. At the same time, you're changing up yourself because you're going against the Creator. You understand what I'm saying, people? So now you have this supposedly drag man right there with the board head gonna defend it. And I already told you the only reason why they say they supposedly ban this transgender bullshit is because they want it on the table. At the end of the day, it's gonna stand. Remember, just like the Roe versus Wade with the abortion thing. You think abortion going somewhere? Now you're introduced to more pills. You can get over the counter, supposedly a birth control now. It's just make it easier for them to kill babies now. Do you understand? Let's listen to this.
To discuss this is Montana State Representative Zoe Zephyr. Thank you so much for being with us. The House voted along party lines to ban you from entering the House floor for the remainder of the 90-day session.
90-day session, I already know, people. It's fakery. 100% just to put a spotlight on transgenders. And they supposedly ban at the operation of the babies. Look.
Are you surprised that this happened?
Man drag. You gotta be kidding me.
You know, given the fact that the Republicans used sort of an unequal and undemocratic application of decorum to silence me and the constituents who elected me in the legislature, I'm not surprised that they doubled down on that effort when my constituents showed up and demanded that their representatives' voice be heard. So it's a disappointing and undemocratic decision, but I'm not surprised they took it.
Representative, you are barred from participating on the floor, but still allowed to vote remotely.
Why would they allow him to vote if they ban him? You don't understand. It's fake shit. It's just to put on the transgender on the board, and some people are going to feel it for them. They don't get it. It's to make you comply with these people on earth. They're doing the devil work. That's what they're doing, the abomination.
A picture of you working outside of the chamber. How will this impact you moving forward?
It's important to note that from the moment the speaker disallowed me to speak, and now every bill we hear in the House of Representatives, and we have big bills, budget bills, the state's budget bills, housing bills. Every bill that goes forward will have 11,000 voices of my constituents who are not represented in that debate. But what I'm trying to do is get as close as I can to the floor to make sure that I can be in communication with legislators, so that despite this undemocratic decision, I can...
You hear that undemocratic decision? You hear that, people? Like I say, people, they can't fool with no agenda that they bring. But pay attention. A mom decide to cut the baby up, cut off their balls and everything, to supposedly give them a slit and tell them, yes, now you have a vagina, now you're a woman, start taking these pills and all of these things. Because they say no more of that, which I already know it's a fake hustle. But because they say no more of that, these people are gonna be mad. Remember, people, that can consider child abuse. No lie. So I'm saying, if you have a baby and you say, you know what, Mama, I don't think I should live. Daddy, I don't think I should be here. I want to kill myself. I want to jump off a bridge. So you're going to assist that? You're going to say, come on, man. You know, anything my kid want, I'm gonna help him out and stand with them. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, so you go there and you help him kill himself? I'm just asking. So why should you listen to a 4-year-old, a 3-year-old kid come to you and say, listen, I'm born in the wrong body? Tell me what would give a youth that idea that they're born in the wrong body. You know, start looking into things like, yo, let me check what I'm giving him to watch. Let me retrack what the hell he taking in or she taking in. Right? It's time to turn off the TV. Turn off Disney. It's time to take them off the YouTube Kids. Time to take them off the TikTok. Take them off all those supposedly brainwash that they're getting. Because there's no way a 4-year-old could come and say that. There's no way. No way. You have to understand that they can't really think for themselves. You have them in diaper still. Baby got on pamper. Some of them 4, 5 years old. Some of them going to kindergarten with it on. And that same baby can tell you that they're born in the wrong body and you go with it. Can you imagine? You thinking for that baby the whole time. You basically thinking for him. You're going to go over there and touch the hot stove. You have to say no. You prevent them from doing things. You have a pool at home. You lock a gate so the baby won't get in the pool. Because you already know the baby going to drown. Why? Because it don't know nothing yet. It don't know better. The mind is curious and it want to find out things and it want to try it out and want to jump in the water, want to put your hand in the fire. You have to be there as a guidance to say, no, hold on. So all of a sudden that 4-year-old know that it's in the wrong body. And you're going to follow that. So that means the parents is a wicked fuck. That's what it is. You don't take nothing else from the baby. You don't take no advice from the baby otherwise. But as soon as he come and say, oh, I'm born in the wrong body, you say, damn, I was waiting on that to slice your ass up. That's what it is. It can't be nothing else. Why would you wanna change the baby gender because the baby said some dumb shit? You have to straighten up that baby like, no, there's no such thing as born in the wrong body. The creator like you are. You understand what I'm saying? You don't straighten it up right there. You take it to another level. Now the government gotta come in and say, no, that's wrong. Get out of here. It's all bullshit. And these things is to make the government looking like they're looking out for you. But it's the fact that they put their hands in everything you need to look at. The fact that they have to step in everything to correct everything. They have to step in and make a law. Supreme Court, you know, Congress, all of these things gotta step in to make decisions for you. That's one of the reasons make them do it. What about abortion? You don't have no decision in it. They just give you the apparatus and say, listen, we're making these tools so you can kill a baby. Yes, if you wanna be a woman and stand up for yourself and your rights, your body and your decision, you can use this to suck a baby out. You right here. Come on in. All of y'all come in and use it. We create this machine. These doctors gonna use it to kill the baby. So if you believe in your body, your decision, come on in. When it's your decision and you didn't make the machine, you have nothing to do with that machine. It's not a natural machine, which no machine is natural. They make it. So they make it to suck the baby out, but it's your decision to use it. You see that right there? So they put it in place and tell you, hey, you want to be independent? Yeah, you can kill the baby. Don't believe nothing that the government put on the table. Like I say, they're only doing this to stir it up so they can have a conversation about it. You can have more transgenders around. That's just what it is, people. They're not bashing it. They're just acting like, yeah, we feel like this, that. And they're talking like you now. They sound like you with the brain like, hey, yeah, you shouldn't have this in place to begin with. But now you have to have the government to come and say, yeah, we have to put a regulation on it. We don't need you to do shit. The people just need to understand that you can't change over your baby gender. You can't, and at the same time you're talking about you believe in a God and you believe in a creator, but at the same time you're changing over your baby gender, change over their genitals. Unbelievable, man. Yes, another Mag Bam Sunday podcast. Yes, look out for me in the week, man. I'm going to keep dropping podcasts. You already know. I'm on now. Really on. Bam.